We are back. Another week. Another week of content digesting. We also had news from Xbox's fucking, I think it was a monetization on their publisher or partner thing. Showcase, if you will. And I've been neck deep in Persona 5. Finally finished it late Sunday night.
I didn't get a message saying time. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, time. Oh, I added another extra 2 days to the time, unfortunately, but time. Got all the achievements, immediately uninstalled. I don't see myself diving back into Persona 5 if they add DLC or something. I guess I can.
They're done with that game.
They're done with. Yeah, they're not. Well, Persona 3 came out a while ago. And now they have an expansion pass. So
They said they're not bringing back anything until 6 is out.
okay.
So like the for 3, they're doing the expansion pass, which is fucking stupid to me. And then from there, they're just gonna the next Persona you see apparently according to them is 6.
Oh, okay. Anywho, finally, final thoughts on Persona 5. Combat was okay. The story was all right because it happened to kids pretty much, and they're tackling on a lot of adult centric themes, if you will. Pretty much adults being absolutely terrible, and they're like getting called out because they're kids and they know what's right. So I'm like, okay. Cutscenes. I remember the whole hullabaloo of Metal Gear Solid having too long of cutscenes, and I'm like, after playing Persona 5, I'm like, in what realm do we have the fucking audacity to complain about how long cutscenes are? I'm watching anime pretty much between going to Mementos or actually doing any sort of battling. Just whole ass episodes of day in the life anime, pretty much. And my biggest gripe is still fucking valid to me. The grinding in the game is the only grinding you're allowed to grind, if you will, is Mementos. And maybe the palace that's happening at that current timeline that you're strictly being pulled along. Not a fan of that. There's a lack of letting you do what you want, and I guess that's part of the formula because this is the 5th one now, so people obviously like it. I don't like that I can't grind my social stuff or anything outside of those combat segments the way I want to. It's always the way the game wants to. If I'm low on some confidant, I have to hope they're available for me to go and hang out with them to up it. They're not just there every day. And the only reason I say that is because if I only have the daytime to see them, and if they're not there, I just waste the day if I'm trying to just grind their stat up or whatever. Terrible. What else? Again, control. That's pretty much it. If I'm playing something with a bunch of numbers, I need to control the numbers. How am I gonna? Oh, we're in the middle of a story bit, so any chance you could have done something on the side in the middle of this, gone. We need you to be hyper fucking scripted to this story event, and then we'll let you continue to do the openness. All of that would have been fine for me if Endgame was infinite, right? Like, we're done with the story, but you can just do next year or next semester, and it's just boring bullshit repeated. That's fine. You have timelines for everything, and you are not allowed to spend it the way you want to, and I hate that. Especially if the game is supposed to be grinding. And then like, no, you're gonna grind the way we want you to grind. And that's just silly. I don't know. If this was an anime, it would have been great. But because it's a game that has this whole story.
I think so. I haven't seen it, but I know for sure the 4th game has one. Yeah, they have an animation.
But I mean, they might have animation, but is it the story of this game, or is it just a...
I'm checking now.
Oh my god.
Looks like
Go ahead, I have something else to add.
Yeah, it looks like it's the story of the game.
Wow. I should have just watched that then. Because then there's parts in the story where they're like, and then we jump ahead time. You mean the time I could have used to be doing social stuff and going chicken out shit? No, we're going to speed past this, so you're cutting my time in less, what is the point there? To feel urgency? Because the game does not feel urgent. They take their time. There's like, let's make a scene of the shot of the city with random bubbles. That doesn't matter what the fuck it says, because your teammates will tell you 6 more times what everyone's feeling like. So the dialogue is super repetitive. There's parts where, man, you know, it'd been great, some voice acting in this part. You're just reading it. And there's some parts where there's voice acting where I'm like, I didn't need that. That could have been just a text. I could hit A and move on. Right?
But it's only, is it only subbed?
I have no idea. This is the first I'm hearing about it, so you tell me. So yeah, if that animation exists, I'd recommend go watch the anime, because the themes they're tackling and the characters are pretty memorable and stuff. But game, when I have my controller in hand or on my lap waiting for me to play again, like, it's not great.
It only exists. Wait, anime confirms English dub, but when does that come out? So far, it's only out on
Japanese sub.
Japanese sub.
I'm not opposed to that. I tried playing that game with Japanese because it takes place in Japan, so I'm like, you know, the same way I treated Plague Tale. I'm like, they're in France, so I put their voice for French. I did the same thing. There's parts of the game where there's no subtitles and you hear talking, and I'm like, okay, let me replay with English. Sure enough, I understand what's saying there because I know English, but there's no subtitles for it. Granted, it's
just the background people talking.
No, there's sometimes in the middle of a cutscene, the characters hear something like, "Did you guys hear that?" on English, and you could kind of hear some voices. And be like, okay, they're saying stuff, or if it's in their mind telling themselves something negative towards themselves, like, you know, there's whatever, you're like, "Oh no, you're trash," or whatever, like in English, but in Japanese, I'm not gonna know it, and they don't subtitle it for some reason. And I'm like, all right, well, this was clearly made to make sure you play in English for this release. For me, it was just too many small things added up to, I don't want to. If this is the Persona 6 comes out and this is the same loop, I'm steering way clear of it. I'm glad. I mean, I put in the time to finish this one. I got all the achievements. I'm done. Right. And if there's some vast change in the loop for 6, then I'll check it out again. But this is not. I have no interest in playing any other Persona anymore. This did not sit right with me. I don't know why. Well, I gave you the list of reasons why, but
10 to 10.
Nah, I don't even know how to rate a JRPG, to be honest. Because the last,
you like it or don't?
I don't. I just did not enjoy the game aspect. I enjoyed listening and watching the anime pretty much. And even the end of the game went super anime, where they're just like, just trust us. This is gonna make sense for this. And then you're like, okay, this guy's now God or something, and he made his own thing. How did he do that? Here's something to wrap it up. Well, you see, this cognition here had Super and Nintendo powers, and now you have, okay. Once you start just making stuff on the whim just to push it up, I'm out.
Talking about the DLC section,
and before that, again, that's another thing. When did the DLC start? They just, instead of taking the time to release DLC, it's like, let's change something. Let's just add to the end of the game. Let's just add the same things I'm talking about. You're strict on time. The people aren't going to be there when you want them to be. You'll have to make decisions on stuff that's like, well, it's small shit. Like, I can talk to 2 people before it's nightfall, right? Why? Oh, you can hang out with somebody throughout the day. You're done. It's automatically nighttime because you chose to hang out with this one person. Yeah, what if we just fucking farting in the corner? That doesn't take 6 hours, bro. Like, we can just fart and move on. It makes no sense. Like, it's so gamey, but then it restricts you to play the game. I don't know.
I personally don't like the DLC. Besides the new character, the lady, I absolutely hate the DLC.
And the not even the new lady. The hey, spoilers for Persona 5 because I'm late to this game. So if you haven't played it, I'm sorry. I'm a different person. I am the sister. What? And then every time they would question her, didn't you have to be yourself though? So, and they're like, yeah, I forgot the reason. I was so done with it. Like, that was your plot twist for this? I am the sister? Okay. I was just, okay, I was just fed up. I'm like, I gotta finish this so I can start Yakuza Like a Dragon. Okay? And I started it. Already? What Persona, right? Holy shit. It's daytime. There's sub-stories. I can just walk around the area, do my sub-stories. Time is still, like, there's less fucking forcing of how to play. It's supposed to be a JRPG and oh my god, I haven't got to the personas. The daycare of capturing. They put like 7 different things in this Persona game, and I'm like, and they do everything half-assed. Oh, your inventory is full of personas. So this new one that you randomly could have gotten, because once you get the ability to like dash and kill them immediately for the low level stuff, they'll just give it to you, right? But if it's full, they don't bring up the menu to be like, hey, you got this one. Do you want to replace it? It only if you're in the fight and recruit them. Why? Makes no sense. Now I have to oh, this guy drops this type of persona. Let me fight him or try to talk him into it when before I could just run through him. I got to make sure I don't have I don't know, man. It's
the third one, the remake does that as well, but the added thing is that let's say if you have Persona A, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after you do the one more, whatever, you do this thing called shuffle time, and you could pick a buff, like either get money or more XP, or that's how you get personas. You like a Persona card pops up, and that's how you obtain it.
Okay.
If Persona, you already have Persona A on you, right? If Persona A pops up, you pick it. It says, "Oh, Persona A and personas of this type, so like Temperance or Empress,
Judge,
they
or
all
whatever.
get bonus XP." But you still have the thing of you don't have the Poke PC.
Yeah, and that's kind of my biggest issue. Older games have figured this out. Why are you purposely making it harder when you know that's a good quality of life? Hey, I got an extra persona, add it to the vault or register it. Because no, I have to manually go in there, register what I have, and then I can get rid of them or fuse them or whatever. And I'm like, for what? You can just, hey, I got this, I sent it over. Or it's been registered. You don't have room, but we registered it.
What's funny is
like
that now that I said the card thing, and then there being card mechanic in 5 with Yusuke, I'm really surprised they didn't use that as like a Pokeball thing where you just store them on a card.
That might be 6. You never know. I don't know. Again, I started off pretty interesting, and then it might be because it's a JRPG. We'll see if I get like this for Yakuza, but by the end of it, I'm like, when I said bling and I got the final achievement, I'm like, thank the Lord, I am done, right?
How did you, when you were playing 10, did you ever feel like that? Final Fantasy 10?
That was so long ago, I don't remember.
Well,
I'd have to replay it to give you the feeling again.
I can't remember if there's any other JRPGs you played.
Kingdom Hearts. But Kingdom Hearts is not turn-based. So
yeah, actually, I mean, the gameplay in that game, I wished 15 was like that, and it was the half-assed version.
And Kingdom Hearts is different because it's, again, nothing's forced. You don't, hey, you can only do 2, maybe 3 things a day, and you have 40 days. Like, that's exciting for people. I'm in JRPG. It's a numbers game. I'm trying to hit max on everything. That is, for me, the point of a JRPG. Get yourself so fucking strong. Anything below your level gets obliterated, right?
That still happens.
For me, yeah. Once I grinded mementos to the point where I had everyone almost max, I'm like, cool. Now I can just go destroy everything. By doing, like, the XP fucking accessories and doing the bonuses for the persona, like the Arcana XP or whatever. Sure, once I looked up how to fucking min-max and I got it all, I'm like, cool, now I'm a god here. I'm just knocking shit out. But then that's the detriment was the combat's not fun anymore, right? Unless you're at the end of the game or you're fighting the big bosses. I'm like, okay, now we gotta think. By the time you get there, though, you're going through days of, man, I really wish I could talk to Ryuji right now so I can level up his confidant level so I can then increase my, there's so many things depending on each other, and then they don't let you do it whenever you want. And I don't understand that. It's like it's I just don't like that rule. I just don't like the rule set. It quickly was not fun. Very quickly. It became more of a chore, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I'll finish like Yakuza Like a Dragon, but I'm 4 chapters in, and I'm loving the characters, the backstory, the hero's backstory. It has to do with Yakuza. Like, I fit right. It's adults, not children. It's real life graphics. Like, I stopped playing Persona and then loaded Yakuza on my Steam Deck. Sorry, I gotta stay on brand. And I'm like, did I just cross over to next gen? because it's like, oh, human looking people. It's not anime people. So I'm like, what? Whoa, what's going on? Not.
The did you get the DLC with that or just base Yaka Dragon?
It was on sale on, I think, Green Man Game. It was on the sites that have crazy sales on the keys. I think it was everything for like $10 or something. Because there's like two
Hmm.
games after this, right? There's
Um,
there's the guy who destroyed his name or who deleted his name, and then Infinite Wealth, which just came out, right?
the DLC that thing you said is the DLC for the first game, I believe.
Infinite Wealth is
No, the man the is that a whole game?
the man who deleted his name. It on Game Pass. You know how you told me that Yakuza was on Game Pass? I checked, and that was on there, and so is delete the man who deleted his name or whatever.
The man who erased his name. Oh, it's a standalone game. Okay, I had always assumed it was DLC.
So I'm like 2 games behind, but I
And
wanted
then
it.
Infinite Wealth is also a separate game. That's the newest game.
Yeah, that's when that came out, and you follow the same main character in this one, which is Ichiban Kasuga.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I started with Like a Dragon, because it's like the first turn-based one they did, and it's a new character. So I'm like, okay, from this is a good entry for me, so I can keep going with the further Yakuza games. Because starting the old ones, I'm like, I can't. It didn't age well. It feels old, right? Where here, I like the turn-based stuff is like, it's a good Steam Deck game too, because I could just be sitting there beating the shit out of Yakuza or whatever with a chair in turn-based mode, or I can throw bird. One of the characters throws bird seeds at someone, and then birds attack the person. And
Mm-hmm.
it's creative shit like that. I'm like, okay, this is a breath of fresh air right now. Because all I saw was Persona, and it's just generic fucking the wind effect. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm done shitting on Persona 5. I'm glad I had the experience. It's been a while since I've completed a JRPG. So, but man, that was my one and done for Persona series. Unless something else happens, that's like, okay, I gotta try it out. So far, yeah, and I'll talk about Yakuza when I'm maybe halfway through it or something, or when I finish it, because I just started it. And
I'm
then
still on the.
go ahead.
No, you're gonna say.
I was gonna go talk about Helldivers again, because
I can do it.
I'm still playing Helldivers. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I've been. There hasn't been a lot of new stuff for me to consume because I haven't been watching TV. I haven't been watching anything. I'm like Helldivers or fucking Persona. Now it's Helldivers or Yakuza, bro. I'm in. Like it didn't take long for Yakuza. I'm like I'm already in the story, right?
I think I've loaded up Helldivers twice, or 3 times.
Well, like I mentioned, I think it was last week or the week before. That's on you. When you see me online, join my lobby.
I'm personaing or Tekkening unless told otherwise.
How much of Persona do you think you have left?
The game starts in April. I'm in November. I assume.
That sounds similar to 5. Like it starts
Yeah,
during spring break or something, and then ends
I'm
the year
assuming
later.
that it's probably gonna end of December, end of January. It's my guess.
If it's following Persona 5's, yeah. Because that's where I think. Remember, I messaged you. Like, when the hell does this DLC start? It started like after the new year. So, like at the end of December. Because I'm like, why is this happening? Like,
DLC
I thought
sucked, man.
they were adding time travel. I'm like, or like timeline jumping. Because as soon as you wake, spoilers for Persona 5 Royale's DLC, you wake up in a different reality and you're like, wait, what? So I thought it was going to like open up huge. And it's like, nah, bro. This is what you wanted, right? And they're like, that's not what we wanted. And we go back to fighting the boss and you're back to normal
That's
again.
the shit that pissed me off. You have to individually keep talking to these people and tell them, no, you're in a dream. That didn't happen. And
Oh.
nah, you're stupid. The same thing happened 7 times. You got to talk to everybody like that.
Every 7 times, I don't know what you're talking about. And then 7 times to be like, when they go to you and be like, or depending, I don't know if it's because your confidant is max. Hey man, I'm sorry, bro. I should have believed you with everyone.
Yep.
And I'm like, what are we doing?
I was like, yo, they just needed, this is a quota DLC. They just need to do something.
Yeah, we need to add 20 hours of just cuts, fam.
That shit was
What?
ass. Like, I beat Persona 5, like the vanilla version and Royal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you throw the DLC out, a way better version of Persona 5. I enjoyed my time both times. but that DLC's ass. I have nothing nice to say about it.
I like after yeah, that's when I messaged him like we're doing timeline shit. I thought I was almost done. I felt like I was almost done with that game for way too long. Like they're building up to this fight. I fight him. There's still more. Now we're building up again to another fight, and I'm like, when is the credits, fam? When do I stop? Right?
That's I think it's part of the JRPG or maybe just the Atlas way of writing JRPGs. Because in Persona 3, they tell you, hey, do this many times. That's the overlying what everybody's striving to do.
Mm-hmm.
Before you do it the last time, someone opposes like, wait, no, piece them up real quick, and then you think, oh, they're gone, completely out of the picture, and then you deal with the last thing, and like, oh, we did it, didn't we? Plot twist, and then this one person's like, no, actually, I fooled you guys. He gets pieced up immediately. Like he doesn't matter. It's just like, well, is he not? And then the people that we thought got pieced up before, oh, they're back. But then, so I'm like, I'm at the point like, who's the last person I had to slap up?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like,
It's starting to get messy.
and now we ain't talking soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't. That's my final thoughts, man. If my final thoughts on Persona 5 Royale was if I knew there was just an anime that told me the story, I would have watched the anime and never played the game. That's how I feel about the game. That's all I got. I might think of some other stuff, but I think it's just gonna be bad stuff about or things I didn't like about it. The good stuff is does not outweigh the bad stuff for me. Anyway, we need an upper here because that was so bad. That was bashing. Randall, tell me you love Turbo. I want to see if he's ready. Oof, not.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank God. All right, tell me about Turbo because I need something with positive energy here.
You know what the movie's about?
I do not. I just know it's about a snail called Turbo. I've never seen it. Or I don't even know if the snail's called Turbo.
What about you, Brian?
I just know that I saw a trailer once.
Probably at the movie theater.
Probably at a theater. I didn't go out of my way to watch it, but I just remember a trailer for a snail.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to make it spoiler free because I think it's a movie you guys will both enjoy.
Okay, cool.
So the movie is about a snail who has the big dream of going fast. Like
Hell yeah.
he's one of those characters who becomes really inspired by the things that he view, which one of them is racing. So the whole movie is centered around how it's ironic how like the smallest thing,
The smallest and slowest thing wants to be the
smallest
fastest.
thing wants to be in the world with the biggest, fastest thing.
Uh-huh.
So obviously he has like people who try to deter him from that because that's life and that's how people operate. Whether
Mm-hmm.
they're a real person or a fictitious character.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good the way it was rendered. The animation was really good.
Oh, okay.
Samuel L. Jackson was in it, which was interesting.
He play another
Um,
like comedic role, or was he like a
he was
serious?
another snail in the movie.
But was he like the comic relief, or was he like a serious?
He was both.
Oh, okay.
Is he like an older hating snail?
Nah, he actually was more of a proactive snail. Like he was the one that was pushing everything to happen.
Oh, okay. Like a supportive role.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gave me Cars vibes in certain parts of the movie, which isn't a bad thing.
I don't think so. I only saw the first Cars, but I liked the first Cars.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. Without spoiling anything, it's just I mean you have your main characters, and you have the whole point is he wants to race and he wants to go fast. Something happens to him, you know.
Mm-hmm. He faces like the huge
Complete
obstacle.
obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It completely alters everything.
He gets shell shocked.
All right.
And
How's the cast? You mentioned Samuel L. Jackson. Is there anybody else? Everybody else popping off or no?
I'm not one of those people who are very good at noticing people's voices.
Okay.
So a lot of times I won't know if it's a famous actor or actress unless I look it up. Or unless their voice is so distinctive, like I'm like, oh, clearly this is so and so.
Yeah, there's actors like that where they don't really mask their voice between roles or change their voice that much, so you notice them.
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna say, for example, does Killian change his voice? Because I think I can hear Killian a mile away.
Jason Statham. Are you trying to get an example of they do change or they don't change?
They don't, because Killian, I
Jason
think
Statham.
you're right. I think Jason Statham. If I heard him, I know exactly it's a. I know.
You
know me. Okay, I'm with you there. I'm not gonna look up. I'm not gonna look. Well, yeah. Well, that's for different reasons. What was I gonna say? I'm not gonna look up who's in it and see if I can notice anybody then when I watch it. But I'm not gonna. But because of Randall, I'm not gonna watch Turbo until I finally fucking watch Gran Turismo. I've been telling him I'm gonna watch it. I have yet to watch it.
Wow.
I gotta watch Gran Turismo first, then I'll watch Turbo. Because I've been saying I'm gonna watch it.
I never saw. What was that movie? 1914. What was that war movie?
1917.
1917. 1918. I haven't seen. I haven't seen Kubo still. I haven't seen Dune 2, the Dunening.
The Dunening.
Yeah, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
Dune 2, the Dunening.
I wouldn't be mad at that name, to be honest with you.
Or is it like Dune 2, Dune gonna give it to you?
Dune gonna give it to you.
But with a 2?
What do you mean?
That's what they should have called it. Dune gonna give it to you.
To you, yeah. They gave it to you. I don't know if you guys remember my review from last week. They definitely gave it to you.
I feel like there's another movie I haven't seen that I wanted to see.
I think there's other masterpieces that you haven't seen yet. Masterpieces is a lot. There's very good films that you haven't seen. Kubo's one of them, dude. Like, that is such a... I love watching Kubo.
Yeah, I haven't seen Moana yet.
That one was fun, too. You saw Moana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree? Moana's pretty solid. The Rock did okay singing. The animation was cool. The water looked spectacular.
Never saw Frozen. Speaking of water,
the snow in the first. I haven't seen the second one. I saw the first one, and also banger.
Speaking of singing, is Barbie a musical?
There's some songs in it, but it's not. It's not mainly mainly a musical. There's parts of it because I don't want to spoil it, but there's Barbie world and then real life, right? So while they're in Barbie world, sometimes they'll have like a music number and stuff, but once in there and they get into the real world, it's real. Like, you can't just pop into a musical in real life, right? Like, it knows that Barbie world's different than reality, right? So when they get to reality, they're not acting like as if they're in Barbie world, right? They're trying to adapt to reality, I guess, because they don't know what's happening.
Wait, so the people that are in Barbie world aren't real people?
Yes and no.
Have you seen it?
He hasn't seen it.
Okay, then I don't want to say anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. It's part of the plot. So like,
I was going to watch it a couple of days ago until like I wasn't sure, so I looked up some stuff just to get an idea on like what type of movie it was, and then I saw a bunch of people saying about something about the singing, and I'm like, oh god,
they're singing in it, and it's worth it. Like, it's cool. Like, it's relevant singing because it's either how the character or characters feel at the time, and they show like a grandiose showcase of it. It's for people who like theater, like they do a lot of shots, like they're singing and dancing, they have routines and stuff, but it's not the whole movie, right? Like, it's not La La Land where it was from one thing to the other, where there's like La La Land is mostly music.
oh man, that's an exception to the rule,
I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't call Barbie a musical.
I don't like musicals normally, but I don't see it really a musical.
Yeah, there's some dance numbers or song numbers, but I don't think that's what they're leaning towards.
Like, there's musical aspects, but it's other things. Like, it's just a piece of the movie as opposed to it being a musical, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
I think it's definitely still worth watching.
if you're still stuck on the musical section, just do it for Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, man, he's really funny in it. So that's just me though. I think it's worth, even if there was more musical, it was worth it because he's firing on all
It's
cylinders.
a refreshing movie. I mean, I'm not I'm a woman, so certain themes in it don't really,
Yeah.
they don't resonate with me. But I understand the theme,
Mhm.
and it's written well. But for the most part, it's just a good time.
Mhm. It's supposed to be like you're playing with you know, with the toys in the beginning parts, and they do that really well. And Will Ferrell as the head guy is still great.
It's like people, everyone knew the assignment. Michael Cera's in it, and it's funny.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to the main character, Alan, dude. It's definitely worth it. Okay, I'll add Turbo to the backlog after Gran Turismo. I'm not gonna watch a different racing movie without watching the one I said I was gonna watch.
Just watch them at the same time. Whichever one's shorter or goes too faster, that's Turbo now.
That's true. Whatever movie fit, I can look up the runtime, I guess, to see
Just
what's gonna
start
finish.
watching racing-based movies side by side and see which one.
Which one finishes first?
Yeah, but don't look up how long either movie is.
Oh, I see. And see who wins in first place. Can you imagine that concept? It's crazy. Yeah, I haven't even been keeping up with. I saw like 2 or 3 episodes of the Bad Batch. Still good. It's the final season, so like stuff is serious now, and each episode seems like they ain't wasting any time.
Never
I'm gonna
started it.
until everything's out. This time.
Oh, you're gonna binge the last? I mean, that makes sense if it's the final season. I've been watching an episode here and there, and more stuff is releasing on digital, so I really do gotta pump the brakes on Helldivers and now Yakuza and start watching stuff because I'm behind on a lot.
Watching
That's that's not gonna
Tokyo Vice Weekly.
like that. I'm an episode behind, and by Thursday I'm gonna be 2 episodes behind. Like, I love the show though, and that's why another reason why I wanted to play Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm like, I want to go back to Japan. How can I get there? Oh, a turn-based game that I could just casually go in there, punch someone in the face with a broom, swing at somebody in the face with a broom.
You said it.
Yeah.
From a friend of mine who played both. I don't think he didn't play the middle game. The man who erased his name said that liked the first one a lot, but then the second one is like they just built upon it. So he liked the first one, loved the second one.
And I'm cool with that because so far they're introducing more mechanics that's not limiting. Like, there's stuff that's grayed out that's like, oh, part-time hero something. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And there's something about management. And I'm like, I guess I'll figure it out later.
It's funny, the classes that like you can change your characters to.
The
are, like,
jobs.
just jobs.
The jobs. Yeah.
Quite literally.
It's really good.
It's funny.
And you can level your ranks and stuff, or your job rank and stuff.
And then like spells are funny because they're just like, it's not magic or anything. It's literally just actual everyday.
Yeah, your special moves is just over the top shit. There's one, I forgot what it was. There's a special move you can do with your teammates, like a team attack.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them ends with your main character just running up and full horizontal drop kicking some dude, and they go fucking flying. It's really fun. It took I'll talk about Yakuza when I get more into it. I'm already hyped about it. It's sorry for the Persona 5 people, or Persona series people, because I'm just gonna continue to shit on that series until they drop some fire. Because
I'm different.
Because so far that one and done stuff did not work for me. 5 is not great.
I still hold the game fun though. But that DLC's ass.
What were we talking about before I got into the Yakuza thing again? You were talking about Tokyo Vice. Randall, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh man, did I? Okay.
You know what he said.
No, never mind. He was talking about Bad Batch, that he's gonna wait to binge it. That's what it was. My mind's all over the place. Go ahead, Ron. You were talking about Tokyo Vice. There you were watching it, Vic. Oh.
I'm watching it weekly. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. I forgot how many episodes are in the first season.
Oof. Let me look that up real quick. Oh, the Oscars happened.
Yeah, Billie Eilish won for soundtrack or something for her song for
It's
Barbie.
song for Barbie, yeah. But what was I made for? I think it was.
Yeah,
Oh, let's
Billie
talk.
Eyelash.
Oh, let's talk about the Oscars. Okay.
That's all I know.
Oh, let's go, Oppenheimer.
They had Killian and Robert Downey, right?
Oh, they swept. Oh no, never mind. Best Actress went to. Never mind. That wasn't even nominated for Best Actress.
Who got
Oh
Best
shit!
Actress?
Best Actress from Emma Stone for Poor Things, which I have
Yeah,
ready to go. I have yet to watch it.
I want to watch it.
I have it on the ready, if you will.
One thing I know about that movie is a clip that they show anytime Mark Ruffalo's talking about the movie, and it's him just getting slapped.
Oh, that's gonna be fun then. All right, so yeah, Oppenheimer won Best Picture. I'm not mad at it. I saw most of the nominees, so I'm definitely not mad at it. American Fiction I haven't seen, but I have it ready to go. Maestro I haven't seen.
I haven't
Same
even seen that
deal.
movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen your movie. I'm sorry. I haven't seen Poor Things and The Zone of Interest. I saw Anatomy of a Fall, which I talked about on here. If you like, true crime stuff, excellent movie. The Holdovers, which was it was just shot,
Oh, the
recorded.
Giamatti one?
Yeah, it felt like it's back in the set, like an 80s movie. It was shot that way. The sound sounds like it was. Like everything felt like a period. Like it was in a different time.
Like Breakfast Club or not really? Just same time, different type of movie.
It just felt like it wasn't recorded now. And when you watch it, you'll understand.
I don't believe in movies.
Okay. Barbie was nominated. The Killers of the Flower Moon, which did I ever talk about it on here? I did. Okay. I haven't seen Maestro. Past Lives, I watched and I couldn't stomach watching it because it's just watch this woman do red flag after red flag after red flag, and the dude's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm supportive of all of it." Like what? I just couldn't continue. I watched all of it and I'm like, no, thank you. None of that made me feel any sort of good about this, right? Poor Things I gotta watch, and then The Zone of Interest I gotta watch too because that's wild.
That name sounds familiar. I've heard it so many times. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know anything but those 3 words as the title.
The
It
Zone
says
of Interest.
UK.
You said The Zone of Interest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do with a family living right next to a concentration camp. Didn't expect that, did you?
And it has nothing to do with the boy in the striped pajamas because I think that also happened.
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Don't watch it. It's depressing.
Okay. For Best Director, Christopher Nolan won for Oppenheimer. Best Actor, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Best Actress, Emma Stone for Poor Things. Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer. Oh, Davine Joy Randolph won for The Holdovers for Best Supporting Actress. She earned it.
How do you spell that?
D-A apostrophe Vine and then space Joy space Randolph.
I don't
Best
think I've seen her in anything.
Yes, you have. You have seen her. I'd be wild if you haven't. She's in a bunch of stuff. Usually
what is she in?
Usually in like supporting actresses roles, but she's in Puss in Boots as her voice, Holdovers. I think
Who's she in Puss in Boots?
Randall the Guilty, I think it was called. The movie we watched with what's his name?
Oh.
She was in
Is
that.
it her voice or she's physically in it?
Her voice, I think, was in it. What else was she in?
She's the lady on the phone?
She might have been. She's in Only Murders in the Building.
Never watched it.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think what else that I've seen her in. Oh, unfortunately, in The Weeknd's show, she was in
It.
The Idol. That's what it was called. Yeah, I'm not telling you to watch it. Don't. Sorry, Abel. I did not like it.
Who she is in Puss in Boots and Puss.
Oh, she was Mama Luna.
I don't remember who that is. Is it the lady with a bunch of cats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best original screenplay went to Anatomy of a Fall. Cool, because it was a really good screenplay. That shit was shot and edited really well. You guys need to go watch Anatomy of a Fall. Best adapted screenplay is American Fiction. Best animated feature. It went to The Boy and the Heron. I don't know. I think it should have gone to Spider-Man. The Boy and the Heron was really good, but I think Spider-Man was better. That's weird.
I still haven't seen that too. Boy and the Heron and the frog and the log.
The other nominees were Elemental, which I think Randall saw, and he said it was whatever.
No, I haven't seen it.
Then Disregard, I thought you saw it.
Exposed.
Yeah, I was Exposed. Nimona, which I watched, and it was actually good. If it was a Netflix movie. If you haven't
That
seen
sounds
Nimona,
familiar. Is that the one?
Nimona's
How do you
really good.
spell it?
Nimona.
Oh, Nimona.
Yeah. If you haven't seen
Oh,
that,
this is the one that I saw the cover of. Like, I wanted to see that, and then I never put any effort into watching it.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, it's worth watching. It's pretty fun. And then Robot Dreams, I don't know what that is.
Robot Dreams?
Yeah, it was nominated for Best Animated Feature. And so was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And it didn't win. That's wild to me.
It's a musical comedy, Robot Dreams.
Oh, okay.
I looked at it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not interested?
No, I don't like the art style.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird that Spider-Man didn't win. That sucks. Wasn't there another animated movie that came out this same year?
I don't know.
Randall, am I missing one? The nominees for this, Randall, is The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man. Wasn't there a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles isn't even nominated? I thought that was really fun. Oh, you can stay there in the I don't even know what the word is. What is the word?
Void.
No, not void. Whatever.
I don't know what you're trying to say. Give me adjectives
Like
or synonyms.
in like the least popular take, right? Like in the minority. We're out here. Cause that shit was fire.
I can't speak on it because I fell asleep while watching.
Then you're with Randall then.
I didn't say I don't like it or dislike it. I mean, I don't like it. I don't hate it or love it because I don't know.
Because the underdogs are on top.
Yeah, and I'm gonna shout home into my heart. Stock heavy meat.
You can't sound just like him, Brian, because that's how we get copyright, right?
I look like Sanfa.
Yeah, we saw that. That's fucking wild. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Best international feature was Io Capitano, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow. These are definitely international films. The only one that I know of is The Zone of Interest, because was nominated for other stuff. Best documentary film. Oh, I read that wrong. To Kill a Tiger, Four Daughters, The Eternal Memory, Bobby Wine, The People's President, and 20 Days in Mariupol. I apologize for butchering that. Best documentary short film, The ABCs of Book Banning, The Barber of Little Rock, Island in Between, The Last Repair Shop, and 99 Waipu. Cool. The winner for that was The Last Repair Shop. Best live action short film, The After, Invincible, Night of Fortune, Red, White, and Blue, and The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. And that's what won. And that's one of the 4 movies that Wes Anderson dropped on Netflix, the shorts. Definitely worth watching. And now it has an Oscar to prove it. Best animated short film. We got Letter to a Pig, War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko. From the Beatles? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, that sounds like it. John Lennon, Yoko Ono.
Okay. Then we have Pachyderm, Our Uniform, and 95 Senses. And the winner was War is Over. Best original score, Oppenheimer. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was on there. Don't know why. I saw that movie and it was so whatever. American Fiction, Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, and then Oppenheimer won. Best original song. This is the one that is this the one that, no, it is what I was made for. Oh, 2 songs from the Barbie soundtrack made it to this. Best original song. You have I'm Just Ken, What Was I Made For with Billy and Phineas. Killer of the Flower Moon, American Symphony, and Flamin' Hot. And the winner was Billie Eilish. Eyelash. Sorry. Best Sound, The Creator. What? Maestro. I hope so. It's about music. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Best Sound? Really? Oppenheimer and The Zone of Interest. And The Zone of Interest won for Best Sound. That's pretty crazy.
Because it's UK voices, probably.
That usually gives you an extra couple points, right?
Yeah.
I see. Best Production Design, we got Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Poor Things won. From the trailers, it looks very creative, so I could kind of see the production design being awarded. Best Cinematography, El Conde, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. And then Oppenheimer won again. Yo, they cleaned house. Poor Things and Oppenheimer cleaned house. Best Makeup, Hairstyling, Golda, Maestro again, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and Society of the Snow, with Poor Things winning. Best Costume Design, Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Napoleon, Killers of the... You see the pattern here? And Poor Things won this one, which that kind of makes sense. Oppenheimer's costume design was just, what did they look like in the 40s, right? Or 30s, whenever it was. Best Film Editing, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I know Killers of the Flower Moon is not on here for Best Film Editing when it's 3.5 hours long, right? I don't care how unpopular that take is. You can't have a Best Film Edit nominee when it's almost half a season of a show, right?
Okay, but maybe they filmed 12 days worth of footage.
Holy shit. I wouldn't put it past them. Best Visual Effects, The Creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and Napoleon. And Godzilla -1 won Best Visual Effects. Now I'm really excited to watch it. That's cool. Yeah, that's it. That was the Oscars. Yeah, it looks like it was the 3 movies to watch after watching the Oscars is Oppenheimer, The Zone of Interest, and Poor Things. If you're looking at winners, there's a lot of nominated ones on here. Like every nominee for Best Picture, I don't know. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon, and the runtime was way too much for me.
Maybe like Best Pictures, it's like aesthetic now.
What you mean?
Is Best Picture separate from Best Movie or whatever? Or is it the same thing?
That's the same thing.
Okay, then never mind. I retract my statement.
What you're thinking of is Best Cinematography.
Gotcha.
Because you thought the actual, like, visual, right? The shots, the framing, the blocking, things like that. Cool. I forgot it happened. I just happened to go and what movie were we about to look up? And then I saw the Oscar stuff. And we just completely derailed.
I have no clue.
All right. Oh, I need to start Shogun because I heard it's really good. I have it ready to go as well. It's a new Feudal Japan show that's on, I think, FX or Hulu, and it's with our boy Hiroyuki Sanada. When you see his face, you'll know.
Shogun. That sounds so familiar, actually.
Because
that's to me that's IRO Hanzo.
It really is. That's our boy, dude. Every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, I'll watch it. No problem. And it's a mini-series. Okay, so it's not going to be multiple seasons. We're out here, dude. There's a few episodes out. I got to start watching that, too. Okay. Now that we're back going through our backlogs. How did we get to... I started searching something. I don't remember what it was. Anywho. Let's jump to you, Brian, real quick. For a music minute here. You listen to Dave East's latest album? Is it an album, EP? What is it?
Yeah, it's an album. For the love. Um, Let me pull up music YouTube. I'm stupid. I literally had the link right there that I could just click.
I thought you were doing it because I saw you click onto it on the
I
sheet.
opened a new tab and then started typing in YouTube music.
That's wild.
Um, I didn't know this came out until I think last week. Oh, look at that! I haven't heard him in a while since this Hoffa album, which I enjoyed quite a bit. It's 12 songs, but it's 27 minutes.
I like the album art.
It looks funny.
Isn't
It's I
isn't
don't
that
know.
Martin?
It's so there's a lot of Martin like samples within the songs, so like like a tail end of a song or like an intro. It's like actual like snippets from the show.
Then that has to. Yeah, that looks like the Martin logo for the show.
Um, that's essentially the theme.
Okay.
It's Martin, and then I don't know when this came out, but it seems like it's a Valentine's time album.
Okay.
Because for the most part, it's about. I mean, it's him talking to shit as a rapper, but then it's also like relationships, like as the main themes in it.
Okay.
The songs combine into each other really well. Either to do a Martin snippet or just like natural transitions.
Okay.
Um, out of 12 songs, I hearted 5 of them. One of them, he samples the dream. I love your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Oh, it does sound. It's funny because I didn't put two and two together with the cover, but it sounds like 2000s, like late 90s. Also, like that was the
Instrumentals.
attempt. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Rain,
banger.
which is cool because Rain, the song called Rain, he samples another song that I like called it's like Candy Coated Rain. It's an older like R&B song.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know that
Uh,
by name.
if
Has
you
it
heard
been
it, you might.
used? Okay.
I don't know that I can recall. I don't remember other songs that sample it, but I just know the song by itself.
Okay.
I can send you the bass song.
I might have to look it up.
Um, yeah, I enjoyed it.
How long's the runtime?
27 minutes,
Oh,
both songs.
there's zero reason for me not to listen to this tomorrow.
Yeah, I like it. So far, it's a highlight of the year for as albums. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I like these I like that he does projects and it seems like he does one producer because Hoffa, I think it was just Davies and then I think what's his name? Harry Fraud
Oh, he
was the
uses
producer.
one for one whole project. Is what you're
I
saying?
think so. I know with
Oh,
this one it's Scram Jones.
Scram Jones. That's a funny
It's a
name.
great name, but
Yeah.
I like that and they all yeah, I'm realizing now they all have like a little theme to them. The other one was snippets of the Hoffa incidents, like
Uh huh.
the gangster, and then the actual snippets of him in court or dialogue regarding Matt Hoffa.
Uh huh.
And this one's Martin and relationships, and I like what he's doing.
Okay.
He
I'm
only
still.
has one. He only has one feature, and I think it's just like a female vocal, either
Okay.
in the chorus or just like in the background. Well, it's just him for the most part.
That sounds like it's gonna be a nice, easy 27 minutes then.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll definitely check it out to see if I got any of those.
I'm gonna look up the song for you so you can. I don't know if you want to hear the original and then when you listen to the album or vice versa, but I'll find it for you.
I'll probably listen to the EP or this album first, and then listen to.
Candy Rain's the name of the song. By Soul for Real, 1994, a year before I came out. I was
Oh,
born.
Soul for Real.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a boy group. When I say boy, I don't mean like all teens. Just like a group of males.
Males. There you go.
Yeah, this I think there's a kid, like a kid, and then old teen, young adultish. So,
In the band or in the group?
yeah.
Oh, okay. You're like, we need to get this
Oh,
kid because he.
whoops.
Oh, what's wrong?
Put in the wrong chat.
You put it in the wrong chat.
Yeah, I sent it to a friend of mine messaged me, and
He's gonna be like,
I
what the
put
heck?
it.
That's crazy. Okay. I'm done with No, there's no way. That's the cover. That's the cover art.
Yeah.
That's why you can tell it's an old one. Then they're using those Microsoft Docs fucking effects with the. I guess that's a drop shadow behind Candy Rain.
Probably.
That's wild. Okay,
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Did you already talk about Schoolboy's album?
I didn't, but I did listen to it. I didn't write
I
it down.
listened to it as well, and I didn't write it down because I thought you already talked about it.
I forgot to talk about it, and it was before I started writing stuff down again. So that's why. I mean, I'm good to talk about it. I enjoyed most of it. Uh, I like that he's getting. I like that he's not that he hasn't done it before, but he's leaning more into more like alternative hip hop instrumentals, where it's not the steady. I don't know, this kind of the steady stuff you've been hearing, or hard hitting trap stuff before. Like he's doing like, there's some tracks that have that, but now he's like delving into some alternative stuff. Like what was the one? Just scaring the hose, Denny Brown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it started to sound like. He's leaning a little more into like more alternative stuff, and I'm digging it. What are you thinking of this? Is it alternative or I'm just wild?
It's he's kind of approaching it more so like the rest of the TDE rap dudes, which that I'm all for.
Oh, like
It's
Absol and J
like
Rock.
Absol, Kendrick more so. J Rock's in the comparison isn't really as abstract.
You're right. You're right.
Um, I like it. I've always said Schoolboy Q's my favorite TDE member. So when that roster of albums, I saw his Boing Yoing Eyed, and I was like, okay, I can't wait.
Isn't you say you don't care about SZA is part of TDE, right?
I like SZA,
Oh, okay.
but she's TDE, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't. I'm not saying that I only cared about his. Is that because he's my favorite TDE member, I cared. I saw his name and everything else did not.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say because I mean
It's like him, Isaiah. If I had to do a Marvel team of TDE, it's probably Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad, and then SZA probably. People I enjoy the most.
Oh, I mean, for me, it's easily Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, and SZA. They're the most popular. That's the ones that I've seen pop up the most. Like Absol's, I've listened to some of his stuff, and they're good. But those are the three that I'm like, when I listen to their albums, I'm sure I'm walking out of there with like at least 3 stuff I love from the track, and then the rest are probably fine.
Out of 18 songs on Blue Lips, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them were hearted.
Oh damn, you liked it a lot more than I did. I had like 4 or 5.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only complaint off rip that I can say is because a lot of his songs he does the Travis Scott Drake approach, where he goes in and out of like a certain style into something else and then back.
Mm-hmm.
The only complaint is that because I like to do music and I like to make playlists for moods or whatever I'm trying to listen to, a lot of this will miss a playlist because it doesn't fit anything specific.
Because it's a mixture of 2 different playlists.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I don't know where to put you.
So then it goes into none.
Yeah. Or that might be
nitpick.
that might be a new playlist forming.
Just call it what?
Yeah, like what happened? And then it's just a mixture of songs that just hits random on your senses.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know if you're supposed to be grooving or mad or pulling up with the game to go take out somebody, you know?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the more soulful. It's like soulful, but still hip hop and like the West Coast gang banging, like theme or like type of rap,
Mm-hmm.
but like a new approach to it. I like he's getting more artsy with it. That's really all I have to say. Good use of samples. Good use of the features. What's funny is hearing a lot of it before I got to the song Freddie Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like hearing the theme of the album being like soulful into the like what I mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm like, he needs to put Freddie Gibbs on this. And then Ohio came on. I'm like, all right, well, I'll send him the bill.
Yeah. He read you like a fucking book is what he did. That was also that was a really good track.
I liked it. There's a lot of people on that weren't on here that I could have heard on a lot of these songs as well.
I kind of like. I don't know why I'm starting to like no features, and I don't know why. Like I'm digging someone just dropping an album and it's just them. I don't know
I
why.
like when the feature feels genuine and it's not just a let me put a name on this.
That's too.
That makes sense. So, for example, a lot of times in Pusha T's album, you'll see Rick Ross on there, and it's only because it sounds good like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not doing it. Oh, let me name drop him. It's like oh this sounds good for this.
For
Or
this track.
like when Pusha T's with Kendrick, that's the nostalgia.
Yes,
It
sir.
it sounds genuine. With Drug Dealers Anonymous with Jay-Z, sounds genuine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, part of the instrumental is the interview about Jay-Z, and that's how he
Mm-hmm.
introduces him. He
It's
sold crack cocaine.
I like when an artist primarily it's like this is my project. It's mostly me. But when they sprinkle in features like that, that's when I'm like, I have no problems.
I got no beef. Yeah, they worked on it together. It wasn't like I worked on this. Hey, can you hop on this real quick? And then they
Hmm.
just give him whatever.
It's the same thing. Like, I like when I find out. Usually, you can just hear it, but I like when Kali Uchis has a song that Tyler created because it's a good blend.
Mm-hmm. I didn't
It
know that
sounds
I didn't know
genuine.
he was making beats for her.
Yeah. And speaking of Tyler the Creator, it's just by one degree of attachment. Where's Vince Staples in this album? A lot of songs that I heard in Blue
Oh,
Lips, I
he
was like
would have.
Vince and their friends.
Yeah,
So I'm like, where's Vince in this?
you said he had a show. I forgot to get it for you,
Hmm.
but he's probably busy with some other stuff. But he definitely would have fit a lot of tracks on here.
I don't blame him, but I'm like, a lot of this, I could have heard him. I don't know if he's friends with YG. YG's I think opposite gang, but I don't know the relation with it. So he's also when I think West Coast. I think YG maybe that could have been a thing.
Did he announce he's dropping something this year? YG?
I don't know.
The last we heard of him was the album with Dark in it, right? Or did he drop something afterwards?
It's the last album that I can remember. I don't know.
In the dark.
Do you have a Marvel 3 of songs on here?
Let me look it up real quick. Did you add a link to this? No, let me look it up. You said music that.
No. Yeah, I can send it to you now because I have the link up.
Yeah, send it to, or yeah. Obviously, the first one that comes to mind is "Thank God for Me." Such
I
a
like
hype
that song.
fucking song. Yeah, "Thank God for Me" I liked. Ohio and Smile. It was a short one. The ending I liked a lot. So yeah, those are my three. Thank God for Me. I'm sorry, no. Thank God for Me, Cooties, and Smile were my three on that album for Blue Lips. Good stuff.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Wow.
I heard "Thank God for Me." You
Cooties and
said
Smile.
I like the smile.
It was a good way to end
it
it.
was
It
a good
was
way to
really
end.
short.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I liked it a lot.
and I mean, it doesn't sound like the rest of the album either.
It
Which I
don't.
found interesting.
Um, the only reason I liked it a lot because what's his name last year had the same thing with Smile or Laugh It Off. Post Malone's ending track was
Mhm.
Laugh It Off, and he ended it with a bang, and I thought it was cool too.
The songs you named, "Cooties" is the only one I didn't. The heart.
Oh damn, Cooties was fun. I don't know. It came on, and I'm like, okay, it's silly and it hits hard and it's dope.
Marvel 3 is hard for this. I know. Let me see. I know two of them. I don't know the order, but I know two of these easily on there. Actually, I think I have all three now.
Easily. So you started
Yeah.
not 10 seconds ago saying I don't know, and then now immediately you got it. Okay.
I don't know the order though, but I have three.
Okay. You don't have to be ordered. Just give us the three.
Movie, which I'm upset that that song's that short.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love Movie. I like Pig Feet, and I like Thank God for Me probably is the third one.
Oh okay.
But Movie, 30 seconds of it is just him talking, like the intro to the song, and then it gets into what I'm there for. I'm like, oh shit, and the song's over.
And it's over with. Yeah. I hate when songs do that.
I need an extended version of that song.
Brian, what does it taste like?
What does what taste like? I'm sorry, I missed something.
He said I just heard him say he like pig feet.
The song Big Feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That'd
But
be wild if I'm like,
Did
oh, the
you
songs I
actually?
like are this song. Oh, by the way, I love Pig Feet, and then this. That's crazy. That'd be me trying to ask for help without bringing attention.
yeah. Have you had big feet? Big feet. Have you had pig feet before, Randall?
No.
Okay.
I'm probably the last person to eat a foot.
That's true, Randall. You should know that. If
Mm.
That's how we know Ryan's a
Replicant.
replicant. I was gonna say revenant.
Yeah, I'm a ghost.
A replicant. If he comes out here saying I ate something feet, nah, he ain't real. Get him out of here.
And the shoot it.
Yeah, shoot the shit out of it. Get some XP from
Electric
that. Yeah, electric it. Oh, we haven't talked about Randall's journey to top rank. Did you want to talk about it now or when you get further in?
It ain't really that special.
Okay, then once you
Okay,
get
well, hold on. I would say go into it, and I want to tell you how special it is because I'm gonna tell you out of the 30 ranks that exist in Tekken, how far along you are.
there's 30.
Just 30 rank. What do you remember the rank name?
Fujin.
Fujin. Out of 30 ranks in this game, starts at beginner is the first rank. The last rank is God of Destruction.
Really?
You're
It's
at the
called
t-
God
you're-
of Destruction?
Yeah.
Like
You're at
Dragon
the
Ball?
20. You're at the 22nd rank.
Yeah, that's huge, dude.
You're literally you passed the middle spot
Yeah, that's huge.
in less than 2 months of the game being out.
Yeah.
So give yourself the flowers, Randall.
The flowers.
What's wrong with flowers?
Funny?
Fuck.
I think I would be I would feel more accomplished once I get to like Tekken King.
That's 26. You're 4 away.
Yeah.
That's your
Like,
flowers.
what? Yeah, dude, what are you talking about?
Because the curve is so huge.
It's exponential? Like it gets really okay.
Because that, like I told you, at that point you're playing only tournament players.
That's the confirmation you need. That you can hit tournament play online. So the things you aren't hitting online, you can guarantee hit like when you're playing like land if you go to these tournaments, right? That's my mindset though. You're playing with the very best of the best. That means you're in.
Right? I took a round off of Ray Ray in Street Fighter 6. Whatever.
Let's go, bro. Let them know that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You beat me.
Yeah.
That round? Can't say he 4-0'd me in rounds.
It's like me and
4-1.
it's like me in Smash Bros. I'm like, I'm not getting 4-0'd. I'm taking
think-
one stock.
I think
dude.
I think I panicked. I could have actually probably beat him, but
You probably
all's
got
well.
too fucking hype off the one round thing, and then you lost it.
I was hyped when I saw who it was,
Uh-huh.
and afterwards I went to his stream to make sure it was him. When
Uh-huh.
I saw the name, that's my favorite Marvel player.
Yeah.
I'm like, Diablo.
He probably hit you with a Diablo when he lost a round.
And I went to his stream, and it wasn't my match. He was still streaming after I stopped.
Yeah.
Against Marissa, he's like, that's the one character I hate, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, so he hated that. So you fighting him, he probably hated you. Holy shit.
Um,
Oh, did you guys see the Brian? I think you linked it. The Akuma trailer.
yeah, teaser.
So when does this take place? It looks like he's in Oni form.
It's after Third Strike.
Okay.
So Street Fighter 5. So it's Street Fighter 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Which he can go into Oni form there.
Oh, yeah, Street Fighter 5. He's in Mufasa form.
Yeah.
The way they fucking designed him.
Yep.
Bison's gone. Seth come back somehow, so he didn't die in 4. Third Strike era where Bison's still dead.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout that, and then you have the Illuminati with Urian and Gil and them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember how that ends. I assume death or they go off somewhere else.
They punch him so
Street Fighter
hard.
6.
Yeah. Okay. But, I mean, he's looking huge, bro, in that
He
trailer.
looks big as fuck. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happened? Is this
Bro,
a
the
different
plot-
form?
the plot twist. If Akuma's a grappler,
The trailer looked like he was still doing Shoto stuff. Like, he doesn't look like he got a new moveset.
the plot twist.
That would be
That's-
crazy.
It's funny. This exact conversation is what I'm having in another group.
I just want to see if you guys saw the trailer. We don't have to go that deep. I want to see if you guys are hyped for it at all, or are you guys going to stick to Tekken?
So that's the thing. I don't with not having as much time.
You
I
gotta
don't
pick
even,
one. You gotta pick
and I
one
don't even,
game.
yeah, I gotta pick a current game. So I
Yeah.
don't even play my favorite game of all time. I buy it for people, and I haven't had time to actually dedicate to that. I've just been playing what's new.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the two, I gotta be honest with you, I'm having way more fun learning Tekken than going back to Street Fighter. I was like, oh, Ed looks cool because he has flicker stance and all that shit. I want to try him.
Uh-huh.
And then I started getting some loops down semi consistently with Lee, and I'm like, I'd rather just stick with this.
I mean, Tekken I think is more advanced.
It's new to me
It
to an extent.
requires more. I think.
The only 3D fighter that I was at least averaging was Soul Calibur 4. So to actually learn Tekken, it's refreshing because it's new to me. I like the learning phase in fighting games in general. And I just want to see how good I. And then the character that I have interest in, very demanding. So it's nice to
Be
all that
engaged.
at
Is
once.
all that
Yeah.
stimulation that's happening in the dopamine hits are at all time high playing it. That makes
Mhm.
sense. That makes sense to
So
me.
I mean, maybe if someone asked me, "Hey, Street Fighter," because I haven't played, I still haven't installed. I'll do it. If you know if certain characters are announced, I might be like, let me put Lee to the side real quick.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm genuinely enjoying Tekken. Uh, I've only done 2 sessions of ranked. Maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours max each. As of right now, I'm only ranked 13 out of 30. I'm a vanquisher.
Okay.
I stopped not because I was like, oh, I'm done for the day. It's because I'm learning Lee, and my hands actually hurt when I play.
Jeez.
So I was at that point like, I need it. My hands need a break.
You're still doing the button sticks, like
Yeah,
I forgot what it's called.
my snack box.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm enjoying it.
Randall, are you using one of those, or are you using a traditional stick and buttons?
I'm using a stick.
Okay. I don't. I
They
know
call these like the generic classification of it is leverless
leverless.
stick
That
or
makes
leverless
sense.
controller
Yeah.
stick.
Because I remember Randall looking like he had interest in learning it. I don't know if you bought one or
I
something.
still plan on learning one of these days.
The actual hitbox I left in the pink room.
Yeah,
So just you can go in there
you
and
can
grab it.
grab the. It's in there. I think on the bed or something. I don't know. I can look for it.
It's on the computer.
Oh.
Um, it's weird. I'm in a weird place with Tekken as far as my rank because still everybody's free, right?
What?
Where I'm at, like where I'm at right now in the rank,
Oh,
everybody's free.
all the real
And
players already. Not real players. Sorry. All the advanced players already left that rank.
probably
Yeah.
the only times I lose is because I'm not still like back of my hand with Lee. A lot of times I'm losing the things that I know it's coming, but then I start to think about, hey, but what am I supposed to do? What is the button to press here? Or it's a character I haven't fought yet. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, everybody's free. I'm bad at Tekken, and I'm washing these people up just from like fundamental ideas and spacing and things like that.
Okay.
I'm dropping combos because I'm trying to. Any chance I get, I'm like, is that a counter hit? Go for the loops, Brian. And then so I get it or I don't.
Uh-huh. 50-50 here.
Mm-hmm. But what I do is, you know how if you do up 3 with him, you can just him back. Like for no reason, I can with Lee, I backflip and he goes, Kiamo. So that's how I get in people's heads.
The kick doesn't on the way backward
There's
doesn't
no
hit.
hitbox.
Oh my gosh! You can just fuck
From
around
the
the
backflip,
entire.
I can go into a stance, but I do it to get into people's head. Of like, if I walk up and if I'm mixing the shit out of people, I'm doing weaves, I'm going low, I'm going high,
Mhm.
knock them down, and walk up. Someone's gonna wake up, sweep. If I have the read, which I'm not one to practice, I got some reads.
Okay.
I could low parry, but I backflip over it instead.
And it doesn't put you too far back where you can't punish.
It doesn't move me. So if the foot's here and I'm here, I backflip in the same spot.
Oh, it's not like a back. Okay, it's not like you're
It's an
pushing.
in-place backflip.
Oh my god!
And I've done it. A friend of mine, I did it online, and then for I don't know if they got triggered, but I know I'm in their head. I
You
did it
need
to another person.
Where's the clip?
I didn't. I'm too. It's for me.
Okay.
I don't backflip for other people.
Okay.
You know you can go back and download your fights, right?
Maybe I'll do that then, and I'll show you that.
And
I don't know how far back it goes, but I know that they record every fight you have.
So I'll get to something that there's a payoff to this, but it's a long payoff. So I use that instead of low parry whenever I'm in the head as a read.
Mm-hmm.
I did to one guy, no reaction, but I knew I was in his head. Another person, I've gotten a rage quit on me before because of how free these people are.
Oh, it's like because you backflipped on him like multiple times. He's like,
No,
I'm not
so
fucking fighting Neo, dude.
that's why I think it might have been. Because
Oh,
I'll knock someone down. If I'm full screen away, I'll backflip. I don't give a shit.
oh.
Sometimes I'll walk. Sometimes I'll get a, I need the drive, the heat engager when you hit them and then it puts you into that running thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll go for like a command grab. Sometimes I'll walk up to them, just backflip, and they'll sit there blocking, and then I just sweep them.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
It's all for me, and I enjoy it because he's so flashy. And then every
Come
time I
on.
backflip, he goes, Gabo.
Does he say it first and then backflip, or as he's
In the
doing
middle
it?
of it, he's doing Gabo.
Okay, I was about to say maybe a sound bite can be like, okay, he's backflipping. I don't have to sit here and block.
And it's like to the point if I'm playing friends or like if I'm playing and I'm streaming it and they're watching, eh, and when I'm in their head when I got the read, I'm shit talking while I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where I'm like another round backflip on them. And then I do a
Damn.
backflip. With Tekken 8, there's bots for people. So like you can have your own ghost the way Mario Kart. If you do a race and you have your own ghost of you clearing it,
Okay.
it's like an AI bot that learns how you play.
Oh, okay.
So me and a group of friends, you can fight your ghost and keep teaching it stuff, or it just takes your tendencies from ranked or playing other people and then populates it.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the point that I'm mentioning, I did not fight my ghost to teach it things. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Before that, the day before, I was playing a friend of mine, and I did the same read, the sweep, and I backflipped over it. They stopped moving and started messaging me. Like, who fucking does that?
Yeah.
He's like, you could have just power crushed or low parried. Who fucking backflips?
Well, do you have people messaging other people asking why you do this? That's why I do this.
So that happened, and then a group of us were like, it'd be funny to fight each other's bot and see how accurate it is. So a friend of mine did it first. He's going through everybody else's, and it essentially has the essence of the person. If you don't keep fighting the ghost, it won't learn exactly everything.
Uh-huh.
So a friend of mine who plays like a Ken main round start, it does just a power thing and just keeps mashing shit on him.
Uh-huh.
They get to my ghost, and I'm like, I don't care if I win or not. I'm just hoping he backflips.
Yeah.
So he's playing. It's way slower than their ghost. Round start, back up. They press a move, it whiff punishes or whatever.
Okay.
The first time I fought somebody, I did a certain setup, dashed up on him. I could have command grabbed,
Uh-huh.
but my bot backflipped.
Yes.
And I was like, let's go, popped off.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine played it, and the same thing happened where they went for a sweep, it backflipped over his foot, and then the friend that messaged me before told me it happened. Like, dude, I got PTSD from seeing it.
That's machine learning right there, dude. I didn't know they added that to the game. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And with a
So
backflip.
I don't care if my bot's ass, but so long as it knows that when in doubt, it can backflip at any time.
If it knows when to read someone's low kick and a backflip for you, I don't know if that's a ass bot. That bot knows what he's doing.
And what's funny too is at the time, I think it saves whatever costume you did last in the match, and that's what your ghost wears.
Oh.
So they're fighting Master Chief because I made Lee look like Master Chief.
You ever see Master Chief backflip over your low sweep?
So you see Master Chief, I have a shotgun on his back, and I made a sword blue, and you can add like auras, like you glow a certain way for your character. I put only his arm, and it's blue, so it looks like he got stuck by a grenade.
Uh-huh.
So they're seeing that, and just,
come on. That's fucking Master Chief's tweaking, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I'm enjoying Tekken.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun time.
I think I can keep ranking up. I haven't gotten, at least at the rank I'm at now, the Vanquisher, the 13th out of 30th. I haven't felt like there wasn't anyone I couldn't beat. It was more so lack of knowledge or just not choosing an option quick enough.
Ah. That stuff gets ironed out with more play anyway, so.
Which is refreshing because I've never considered myself good at Tekken. I still don't think I know how to play Tekken.
Who can backflip like you?
Yeah, That's
Nope.
what I got.
The bot. That's because it stood there learning from you. That's crazy.
You want some advice?
Why you sound like you're selling me drugs?
That was some Yeah, that was performance right there. He walked up with the craziest trench coat, opened it up, and said, "What are you buying?"
All the best league players take steroids.
Yeah. He's like, "You want to put this in your veins?"
You want some G Fuel, big dog?
Yeah, you want some G Fuel?
Or what? What happened?
You good? Oh,
Yeah, I was drinking something.
okay.
There's only
Sure.
one. There's one simple thing.
Oh, okay.
It's something that I constantly tell myself all the time.
Slow down.
Ironically, it has something to do with that.
Oh, okay. I was just guessing.
Slowly is the fastest way to anything.
I don't agree with that in life, but you talking about in Tekken? Hello? Did he just drop? He said it and just leaves.
Walks in and just
Yeah.
punches the shit out of you.
Yeah. He just assaults me. I said what I said.
You think my life's a joke?
Yeah.
I agree with that in life.
Yeah.
And in Tekken.
Oh shit! Because
Yeah,
Tekken is
Tekken-
life.
Under this particular situation, I'm referring to Tekken.
Okay.
I mean, that's in line with how I usually approach these things. I do it in a very inquisitive way, and as you guys know, I don't like playing brain dead. More often than not, I'm not really a rush down player. I like slow and I like to control the pace.
No, I'm the complete opposite of what you just said. I
And
don't. I
like
want to play brain dead. I want to hit buttons and make sure you can't hit buttons, so then you can get mad at me. But I'm like, hey, I didn't make the game, and then I can just walk away.
I like the exploration side of things. Or I have a why kind of mind in the sense of why do they have this move? Why does it work? Or how does this work? When should I use it in my head? Let me test these things. But instead of lately, the older I get, instead of going to lab and just doing that, I do it live. So I'm testing. I have all these things in my mind. I'm like, all right, so this happens here. What is this? Interesting. And then that's my approach. It's a slow burn. That and then me mentally shitting on myself because I didn't get it right the way I want to. The artist mindset, but that's typically how I approach these things.
So what I had to learn when I'm getting completely slaughtered by somebody, like in the case where like you said, it's usually you don't know the script, so you don't know what the matchup is, and especially when it's either a new character, you don't know their moves, or it's a legacy character but they have new moves. But
Oh, right.
I had I fought. It was 2 times I felt emasculated after the match,
What
and
the
it
hell?
was I fought a Steve
Sure did.
and I fought a Jack,
Ah, I'm so sorry. Fucking Jack.
and I don't want to use certain words, but it felt like that's what was happening in the corner.
Damn. Because
Oh,
because you're on
my
a. Go ahead.
my advice for whenever Abigail's on the screen is basically what you heard.
Yeah, I was hearing that, but it was like I was hearing that. I was also hearing I forget his name, but the dude from Rocky Four yelling at Rocky to throw the
Throw
top.
that.
I was hearing all of that. Like it felt like I said masculine because usually my method in when I'm fighting somebody who's either clearly better than me or I just don't know the matchup because I don't know the move set. I just don't do anything, and
Kind of.
unfortunately, people are a creature of habit. There's always a habit about them that you have to figure out. Um, so that's usually what I do. Sometimes I can figure it out within 3 matches, and sometimes I can't. But in this particular time that I was fighting against Steve, this dude he got me up against the wall, and I was just blocking and trying to figure out like what was mids, what was highs, what was lows, and all that
Mm.
stuff like that. And yo, he got like guard breaks where like he do a move and it breaks your guard, so then the next hit is guaranteed.
Oof. And it's on the wall?
Huh?
And he does that while you're up against the wall?
Yeah.
Then you're fucking dead.
I mean,
You're fucking
he can
dead.
do that move anytime, but if you're up against the wall, I mean, you can't backdash out of the way.
Yeah. So if he
And if it's
hits
a
you,
homing move, you can't sidestep, which a lot of Steve's moves are homing.
because I mean those fists gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that
So,
sucks. So if he hits you once, you're just taking crazy damage.
well, I mean, like he was just doing so much mix ups that I couldn't figure out what he was doing, and by the time I was trying to either duck or block something, he broke my guard, and then next thing you know, his fist was in my mouth.
Yeah. You hate to
Then,
see it.
then it was a whole combo that I had to sit there and watch, and then I got up and then rinse and repeat. I'm like trying to sidestep, and I might get out of the way of out of a jab or two, and then next thing you know, he throws some mix up and breaks my guard again.
Jeez.
And I'm it's automatic hit, and then Jack is the same way. He has these moves where like
He breaks everything.
they break your guard, and you can't block after that. So
I didn't know Steve
um,
had that many stuff. I knew Jack. I knew because when I was doing the story mode and I fought him and he hit me with some stuff where I'm like, okay, so don't sit there and block against him. Got it. Because he's just gonna open you up regardless. Sick. For Steve, I didn't know
but I
he had
mean,
that.
even in that situation, the best thing to do is to just sit there and block because you don't want to risk attacking and getting punished for it. Because
Damn.
if you try to do an attack and your attack whiffs and then he hits you, then that's counter damage, which is twice the amount of damage.
Oh,
So long as you don't think a low's coming, though, you're able to gamble with power crush moves, just because of the armor.
And that's another thing, man. You got all these guys that got armor moves, man. Have you? So have you played? How many Lars have you played?
I think I played one or two, but they weren't ready for backflip.
I don't care how much super armor you got. You ain't getting this backflip.
Lars is a little like overwhelming when he starts doing that like stance, like he starts like rolling at you on the floor, and then
Yeah.
like you have to guess low or mid.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's been impressive. Reyna, to an extent, just because she's the crackhead speed, but for the most part, all she is just mids. But I have found like characters like you're saying, or because I play more defensive or like you're too close and I want to shove them off.
Uh-huh.
Those definitely have me in the corner. Like, all right, what's the pattern here?
That's crazy.
Paul players are the new Ken players, though. I will say that.
Who?
Paul.
That makes sense. 'Cause, I mean, he has like uppercuts and stuff that are crazy.
Well, in this, I don't know if the damage is the same in other Tekkens, but Paul, like, he feels actually like solid, not just online Ken incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
He actually feels solid, and that damage, that shit fucking hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And in LoL, anyone who plays LoL is also a crackhead,
When I
which is what you
played,
find online.
I found out Paul had a lot of damage when I did his story mode, and I'm like, I could do like 4 moves and I'm done with the fight. That's crazy. Maybe more than 4 moves. I'm exaggerating.
He got big man team damage. I didn't know he had that many like strings that would end in like a mid-low kind of mix.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost to one because of that. I lost a set to him, but the first game I
Downloading them.
I knew I was like, it's a Paul. He looks like Ken. He actually had the red with the like
With the
yellow
red-
hair,
yeah, the halo,
the
uh-huh.
blonde. I was like, he's gonna wake up super me. So you know the move that Lee does where it's like a spiral arrow?
Mm-hmm.
I did that when he supered. I went under his super. And he didn't even die. It hit him. He went across the screen. I'm middle of the screen. I'm backflipping because I have a pixel of health, so I'm just backflipping like 3 times.
He's backflipping for his life in the middle of the screen.
I
Lord,
ended up losing the set just because he started doing stuff. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with it. But it's not that it didn't feel like, yo, this guy outplayed the shit out of me. It's more like a knowledge check.
he got you panic backflipping, Brian.
Bro, I was popping off. I'm like, I don't know how I went under the super.
That's crazy. That's something, maybe some wonky hitbox or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's been a fun journey. It's in that and Persona. And Persona, I'm waiting to wrap up the bow on Tekken. I can see myself keep playing for a bit.
Yep.
Out of the Evo games, like the newer games, I'm probably not gonna go to Evo, but I like the new, like the flagship games. That's the one that I've been enjoying the most so far.
Do you know what sign up is?
I heard Piranha Piss. I don't know what you just said.
He
to
said
me.
what the lineup is. Yeah, Brian shared it.
No. I said, do you know what the sign up is?
Oh, we both got it
when
wrong.
the sign up is?
Mm.
I honestly don't. I want to say it's probably after Evo Japan, so probably like April.
And so a month from now.
Evo 2024 sign up. You can already register allegedly. It looks like you can already register. July 19th to the 21st.
That's the deadline for registration, or
That's when the event is.
okay.
Okay, it takes you. I'm gonna send you the Evo actual website page, and they have a register now button, and they'll show you the registering and then the page I was mentioning. I don't know if I'll put it in here.
Bloop.
What I
Right.
would like to go to at least, because I don't think I can go to Evo this year. I want to go to the CEO Taku just because it's still in the Wyndham.
Oh, that's actually here in Orlando, not in Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because they feel it's a smaller one? That's weird. Ooh. Okay. I don't know when Ryan's coming back, but when he gets back. Randall, tell me about Argylle. Oh, he's already back. Oh.
So the main CEO, they're still under contract for that place in Daytona. I think it's like the certain amount of years where they have to be there. And he said he can't go back with main CEO to the Wyndham because they've outgrown it. Like entrance. So
Yeah.
I guess CEO Taku because it's more anime or not the mainstay games.
It's a little, not everybody's going to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah, out of the games, the main lineup: Street Fighter, Tekken, Grand Blue, Under Night, Mortal Kombat, Strive, KOF, and Third Strike. I don't agree with them putting Third Strike there, to be honest. But I think I'm enjoying Tekken the most. Tekken and Street Fighter, and then KOF maybe.
Yeah, that's weird that they had Third Strike and not Fighters on there.
People, I don't know if they're actually gonna do it, but because of Toriyama passing,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like the community's trying to rally and make it a side turning, and make it the biggest yet as like a send off.
Well, that'd be pretty cool. What do they need? Like people, they need entrance. I'm assuming for the side turning.
I don't know how side turnings work, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. I'm sure they can talk to somebody there who's doing the production and be like, "Yo, for this stream, instead of showing pools or something, we can show the side turning in honor of Toriyama."
It's probably if somebody brings a station because they mentioned in the stream that they have like bring your own console station area. They might do like that and just have like a really small streamer do it off someone's phone or something.
And yeah, I was gonna say they might not be able to do it from. I'm sure they allocate Wi-Fi and bandwidth for like the events, so all that video that's going through is gonna be for the CEO, the proper stream, the main streams.
Mm.
Unless the Wyndham has crazy fucking bandwidth, which I doubt.
No, I'm talking about Evo.
Oh, okay. That might be different then.
They might have Dragon Ball at CEO. CEO Taku, I don't know. It's in December, I think, this year.
All right. Randall? Unless you guys are done with have anything else to talk about, tell me about Argylle and we'll wrap this thing up.
$25.29.
That's not too bad. Just for the ticket to participate or register.
Yeah, for the 3-day event.
Oh,
You
it's
have to
for
buy. You have to buy a 3-day badge in order to participate.
that makes sense because you have the days for pools.
They mentioned they combined. They used to be separate passes, so it was the competitive pass and then the spectator pass. I think that's what they said, or it's like the main, the main like lobby pass, and then like the other venue pass.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think this year they just combined everything into one.
You guys don't want to go?
I don't have time off, or
That's
I just had to
another.
fix my car.
I was about to say that's cash, bro. I'm already going on a
Yeah,
trip, so that's a lot of cash. That's another plane ticket, another flight to Vegas, and then the fucking hotel's already a lot.
it's no PTO, so I'd not be getting paid for the Friday or whenever I'd go.
It'll
It'd
be
be
earlier than that.
flight, staying there, passive actually playing, any food or beverages while there, and then flight back.
Vegas is not a cheap place, by the way. You're paying a
And
lot for everything.
Sunday is uh finals day, so that means I'd have to go fly in Monday, which means probably potentially second day of work, so 2 days of not getting paid.
Yes, sir. So Randall, is Argylle worth it, or is it another January movie?
Quick question.
Go for it.
Can you have your own sponsor?
Yeah, you can put whatever you want up there.
Oh, you can.
As long as it's not offensive or something, like you can't,
Knuckle Dude used to, when he wasn't sponsored after he won, I think one of the Capcom Cups, or whatever. His sponsor was just JOB, which is job, because he paid out of pocket for everything.
Oh damn. I mean, you can use that for your stuff, Randall. You can put Zen 5 on. You can put XENV on there. Whatever you want to pimp, I guess.
I was just gonna go with LIU.
That works too.
Look it up.
That's what he's gonna be doing to the enemy. He's gonna be licking up those W's. You feel me?
Lustful Intense Gaming.
Yeah. That's LIG though. Yep. Anyway, any other questions, Randall?
I think I'm gonna do this.
You should do it. You're putting in a ton of fucking time in Tekken. You might as well. Oh, are you good? You just vomit?
He's nervous.
No, I just coughed.
Oh, okay. It sounded real weird on this side. That's why I'm asking. It sounded like something happened over
Yeah,
there.
that one sounded wet.
Yeah.
Something came out.
Shit.
It sounded wet.
Yeah, dude. Like it's not a bit. I thought
like
something
a-
we thought something.
Plum or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Transforming over here.
Oh shit! Into what? Autobot or
Alien.
Decepticon?
Alien is coming out.
God, like from Alien?
Yeah.
Oh shit! When did you go to? I don't even remember the fucking place for the movie.
Alilandia.
It's not Alilandia. What the fuck? Wasn't it on a ship? It wasn't on the place yet.
Aliano.
I mean, it was a planet. It was, I forget what it's called. It's like 150, 151 or something like that.
Some code name, right? That they gave
Bacardi
it.
151, yeah.
Yep, Bacardi 151. Fire planet, dude. So tell me about Argylle, Randall, because I've been on the fence on this one. I don't know if if I'm interested or like I've seen the cast and I'm like, okay, pretty good cast, but is it funny? Is it just what is it?
It's not serious funny, but it's funny.
Okay, like it's
But I mean, serious funny is like
like you can't breathe.
It's like this is funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like
A lot of chuckles.
Yes, like it almost seems like because I don't know who did this. I meant to look it up,
Oh, I can look it up. You keep talking about it. I'll look it up.
but Bryce Dallas Howard is in it, and Henry Cavill, however you say his last name.
Look at this cast, bro. Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Henry Cavill, Ariana De DeBose, Dua Lipa, John Cena, Samuel Jackson. Like these are expensive people. Sophia Botella. You've seen her in a bunch of stuff. Richard E. Grant, an OG. This couldn't have been a cheap film, right? Yeah. Can someone here? I want you to guess how much this thing costs.
8 million.
You got the million right.
8 million.
No, Randall, what are you thinking?
I don't know, maybe like 20 million.
Oh, Randall's technically closer. Can you add 10 to that, Randall? That's how much it costs. It cost them according to this, $200 million to make.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Brian, 8 was really close.
Pretty much.
And the revenue was only 94 million. They are not making another one. Not that it needs to, but I'm just, if anyone was thinking, hey, is this going to be a franchise we're going to see? Negative.
Negative.
So what did you, is it, granted it didn't do well financially, I guess, but what are you thinking? Is it still worth a watch? Like, is the chuckle still worth it?
I'm thinking I might use my tax return money to pay for this trip.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like $235 a night.
Yeah, I told you it's not cheap. Vegas is not cheap.
But yeah, the movie was funny, man. It was so it's about Bryce Dallas Howard's character. She's a writer and she writes spy movies. I'm sorry, not spy movies, spy books. And she's very famous because of her books. And she gets to a point where she's trying to conclude it, but she comes up with this corny ending, and then her mom reads it, and it's like, no, you got to do better than this. So then now the rest of the movie is just her trying to figure out how to end this in this series with the final book, or at least, yeah, I guess it is supposed to be the final book. I don't know, but it turns out that everything that she's been writing has been true, has been happening in real life, and that there are spies and blah 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 and all that stuff like that.
What the heck?
And
as in she has control of time? Like she's writing.
No, she's not she's not really controlling it. But what everything that she's written has happened.
Just by coincidence. Or okay, this might be spoilers. There might be something else going on. Okay.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I mean, the cast looks cool, so if it's a bunch of chuckles, that sounds okay. Is the chemistry cool? Like, is everybody vibing? Like all the characters,
it's it's hard to explain certain things without spoiling it.
Then yeah, don't worry too much. Just whatever you can say without spoiling it, because I do plan on watching. I didn't know if it was like a must see, or
I can't really explain certain characters and what they like, what their purpose is in the movie without, because it would be spoiling an important point.
Okay, that's fair. No, then I'll check it out.
If I'm being completely honest with everyone, 90% I was just googly eyed over Bryce Dallas Howard.
So, do you remember the movie at all, or?
I mean, I remember the movie. The movie was entertaining.
Oh, were you thinking of your own movie?
No.
Oh, okay, just in case, you never know.
It was entertaining at the very least, but man,
she got it going on.
She is who she is.
She got it going on. That's all you got to say, Rand. That's how you keep it.
She's married, so I don't really want to talk about somebody's wife.
Oh, well, it's too late, Randall. You know how many people listen to this? Millions.
I've been respectful the entire time.
You're right.
Mhm.
Anyhow,
But yeah, it's an interesting movie.
I'll check it out then.
I
Think
can't really go out on a limb and say, oh, you should check it out. I mean,
it. I mean, it's okay for a movie to be middle of the road. Like it's not terrible, but it's not go see, right? Like it's just solid. Like it's a movie. It does what it does, and you're out, right?
yeah, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. People think it's either great or all trash. Like there's no middle ground. If it's middle of the road, it's middle of the road. It's fine. Because I mean, we've seen some really horrendous movies that we are clearly going, do not watch it, right? And if it doesn't fit in that bag, then it's just middle of the road, in my eyes.
I mean, it's just like food. McDonald's isn't the best thing you ever ate, but sometimes you're craving it.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, this is life after a while,
Mm-hmm.
especially after a night drinking or something, and you bite into a fresh fucking set of fries with a perfect amount of salt on it.
I got the fries that'll cross your eyes.
Yeah, dude.
I got the burgers.
I
I
just,
just got burgers.
I just got burgers, bro. I gotta watch that movie again, dude. That and Zohan, I keep saying I gotta rewatch. I love
Westgate
you.
is a little cheaper.
What happened?
Westgate is a little cheaper. It's 145 a night.
Oh, we rid the rid? Yeah, we rode the train past that Westgate a bunch of times. We've seen it.
Oh, really?
You peeped?
If you're gonna be on that strip, there's a train that gets you from the beginning of that strip to the end, and you just have to buy like a multiple day pass, and you can get on and off, and that's one of the best parts of our trip. As we always talk about, when we talk about Vegas, we're like, damn, that train was life, bro.
You see Brad Pitt in it?
What about Resorts World?
I don't know what that is. Results World?
Resorts.
No, that sounds like it might be off the street or something.
I'm
'Cause-
rad.
Off the stream.
Or like off the strip or something.
The same old stream.
That's wild. All right.
Did last stream.
Has a huge force field ball in the middle.
That's the sphere. Isn't that it? The big sphere in the middle? That's just the thing they just built.
I mean, sometimes you can say sphere. Damn.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I like shapes, bro. I come from a math world.
But he likes orbs, so maybe that's why he wants to go to Vegas.
That's true. That is there, so you can go if there's a performance. You can get into the sphere and see who's performing in it. Upcoming releases. Well, Randall ponders the sphere. The Persona 3 Reload expansion pass, I guess, is going on sale this week, or
Yeah.
maybe the first part releases. I don't know.
And it's this month. Bro, this month on this pass, it's 3 things. This month, BGM pack from other Persona games. The second thing in like June or something,
Mm-hmm.
costumes, Velvet Room costumes for the characters. The third thing in September, an actual story expansion.
Why
There's
not just
no fucking reason to just buy that story expansion.
Yeah, that's all. That's everything should have been in that last one. Well, Microsoft, what are we doing? Right? You gonna make an announcement like this? Tell them, hey, you guys shouldn't do this. Just release all of it as part of that expansion at the end. Who gives a shit about those fucking? Oh, I can change my costume for when I'm not in battle. Okay. I'm not going on another Persona rant anymore. There's a new Contra game, Operation Galoo.
Remastered.
Oh, it's a remaster. Okay,
I think.
Operation. Oh, it's 2.5D or it's 3D but it's side scrolling.
Let me see.
It's on Switch as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that looks pretty neat. I think it is a
4
remake.
players.
Is it 4? It looks like it's 2.
There's a screenshot. Keep going.
Oh,
I
you're
don't know if
right.
it's the whole game or if it's a mode.
Might be a mode. I don't know. It might be this whole game.
Here's the one thing that matters. If you can load into the game and do this with the guns, then it's alright.
It's an okay remake. I'm with you on that. So that's out this week, and so is Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection.
Classic.
Classic. Yeah, I don't know why I can't speak. That's gonna be out, so that's gonna be pretty hype as well. Uh, for movies, I didn't see anything on that list that was like a huge movie an anticipated movie.
I click it as if I watch movies, man.
Yeah, you're behind on stuff that's been out years now, so right.
Yeah.
For music, the only thing I saw on there that's like a pop artist that I can recognize was Justin Timberlake, and I also saw
Justin
Timberlake. I'm sorry, and Dragon Force. I think is another popular one, but
Casey Musgraves is popular. Lenny Kravitz is on there. What do you mean?
I didn't even see that.
I want to hear her album.
Tierra Whack.
Yeah.
It's called Worldwide Whack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still need to listen to Ariana Grande's.
Same.
I didn't listen to it last week.
I completely forgot to. I said I was going to, and I forgot. But I'll probably listen to Dave East first. Okay, that is it, people. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll be back next week with I don't know what. If I ever pull myself away from Helldivers plus Yakuza Like a Dragon, I might watch something else. So we'll see. And if you guys don't have anything else, that's it. Bye.